Well, I hear drums a lot, obviously on radio and albums and stuff. And then I'll go into a studio, I'll record something, not necessarily at my place. I'll go to another guy's studio, we'll listen back, and it sounds, this is how I want it to sound. You know, I'm not the boss at the end of the day, they're the client. And I'll be like, that's how I want my drums to sound. And then you'll hear it on the radio, or you'll get the CD, and it's gated, it's triggered, it's compressed. It's like, what have you done? My drums sound like the boxes they came in, you know, and not always for the better. I agree with some kind of metal stuff. It's great, but you know, the whole purpose for me when I'm miking up a drum set is have, like as we said, is have that pure tone translate to the studio monitors, translate to the radio, and sometimes people really overproduce and they'll get into the ridiculous amounts of compression and especially gating. You'll hear a floor tom that goes zoop, and it's like, I want that to sound like a big floor tom, you know, that peeves me a little bit, you know. Or I'll do something at home and he's like, your floor tom's too ringy, and it's like, I know it's going to cut through on the final mix, and then you hear it on the final mix and it's going to go bah! And it's like, nah. What keeps me up at night, I guess I'm a workaholic, so I'm always on deadlines. It's always one of those things, and it's a nice problem to have, you know. It's not a complaint. It's nice to be wanted, and it's nice to be in demand, you know. I'm always on deadlines. I want to do a great job with anything I do, whether it's clipping a snare mic on, or it's playing the snare, or it's exporting stems. So I guess to surmise, really what keeps me awake at night is that, you know, whether you're EMI or Sony or a singer-songwriter that I'm playing on, I still want to do a great job. I still want to, from the last stem I send, have the perfect drums, you know. And sometimes when you're touring and traveling, you know, you're up against it and deadline. Like yesterday, I had like 6 tracks to finish off, and it was a heavy old play, you know. But it's not the client's fault that I'm busy. So, you know, I still have to give them the same amount of professionalism and the same attention to detail, from the kit sound to miking to producing, as I would do on an EMI session or a Sony session or whatever session it may be. So yeah, that's the one little stress, but it's a nice problem to have. If I can diary manage it, it's okay. I mean, I do get some clients, which is not a pet peeve, because, you know, that's what they want. You know, they'll get some clients like, I need Bonham on this. And you might have an 18-inch kick and a 12-inch rack tom, and no amount of bottom end you're going to wind into that 18 is going to make it like a 26-inch Bonham. So, you know, it's always going to be a challenge, both mics-wise, producing-wise, and kit-wise, to try and get those sort of sounds. It's important for me that I have an arsenal of cymbals, drums, heads, also mics as well. Really, really important. So once again, if I'm doing at the bottom of the stairs on a 26-inch kick with 1 or 2 mics on it, down through 6 rack toms or whatever it may be, it has to be right. Clients nowadays are looking for not just your playing, but your sound is so important. That they might want a Mitch Mitchell, a Ginger Baker, a John Bonham. Of course, I'm not going to be those guys, but you can certainly sound like it and replicate it with some knowledge and winding in certain amounts of EQ into your mics, and certainly the kit choice. And I think that's where a lot of guys get it wrong. You know, they'll say, right, today I'm going to do Mitch Mitchell, and they'll turn up with a brand spanking new, like 10-inch, 12-inch, 40. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to have to bring in some vintage, and it's the same with mics as well. You know, it's exactly the same, and it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge.